got no car. I'm fucking depressed, I'm having suicidal thoughts, but I gotta stop, get a hold of myself.
I'm going out every day to fill out yet another resume. Can this be the day? Can I get a call back maybe? Nope, another day goes by. Final Fantasy X wasn't a terrible game by any means. I do have a lot of problems with it, but I didn't hate it. But oh my god, does it definitely deserve a spot on some of the worst voice acting ever. At number 5 comes in Final Fantasy X. For a few scenes throughout the game that just drove me crazy, there is none like the whistling scene and the laughing scene. This is possibly the most haunting and horrible scenes in gaming, one of the worst, and actually made me cringe. And the worst part is I was hanging out with friends while this happened, and my friend looked at me and all he said was, "You gay, nigga," and the dude is gay. So for a guy to say that and he being gay, you do know this is a pretty horrible fucking scene. No hope for me, cause I'm starting to feel edgy. Are you gonna save me? Answer me. Next up on my list is Dynasty Warriors 3. Well, you knew a Dynasty Warrior was gonna get its ass on here. There's no way that you could make a top 5 horrible voice acting list and not have a Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors or Dynasty Warriors Gundam or Dynasty Warriors Ken's Revenge or Dynasty Warriors blah 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 without having it on the list. Dynasty Warriors 3 started probably some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard in my life. It is just so bad and so terrible and hurts my ears. It makes me cry a bit. At night I cry a little bit because it is so horrible. So Dynasty Warriors 3, you definitely deserve a spot for being some of the worst and shitty friggin' voice acting I've ever heard in my life. I hope it remembers me here, dying for us, I fight for her, that's why I was there. Next up is Star Ocean 4. It is pretty damn bad. The script itself is bad. The voice acting is pretty bad, save for like 2 or 3 characters in the entire game. It drove me to the point where I actually skipped cinemas in an RPG just to get to the gameplay. That almost never happens. Unfortunately, there's really no redeeming qualities of the story, simply due to how bad the voice acting is. Everything else in the game is pretty good, but the voice acting was ugh. Man's world, it's a bad man's world. Next up is Mega Man 8. You might remember this title as a really good title for the PS1, and it is. It's actually a really fun game. I love Mega Man 8. Voice acting wise, it's a piece of shit. Oh my god. Even back then I knew it was bad, but then as I grew older and looked back on it, it got worse. And now I looked a few minutes ago to make sure I'm correct, and oh my god, it's fucking horrible. There's even a video making fun of it with subtitles, and I actually had to use that video to show how bad it is, because you can't even understand what fucking Dr. Wily is saying. So here you go. Horrible, horrible game. It definitely deserves this number 2 spot for the worst voice acting. Game itself is good though.
Oh, his hand. You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate it.
Be the demon then, but you made me into one. I'm the monster now, your best one, cause you're all time.
Monster, how should I feel? Creatures long.
So, can you move, Uru? Karen?
Wow, I really can't move my body.
What did you do, Nicole?
Perfume de Zigitaris, a type of muscle relaxant.
And we come to the devil of voice acting. Chaos Wars is horse shit. It is a bad game in general, but it is so fucking horrible in the voice acting. It made me wanna fucking commit suicide. I was actually thinking of throwing myself out of a 5-story building instead of listening to this fucking story. It is so fucking horrible. They could have made people on YouTube could have fan dubbed this game and it would have been better than the final product. Absolutely horrible. I can't say it enough. There is never a game in my entire life, and I've played hundreds, probably thousands of video games by now, not one has made me want to break the disc due to shitty voicing as much as this piece of shit. Welcome to Chaos Wars, where I save you some money because I bought this piece of shit on day one. It is a horrible game, but the voice acting deserves fucking... I want to fucking crush it. And it's funny because every single game on this list so far I've actually enjoyed. The voice acting aside, they were actually all pretty good games. This game is a piece of shit game with the worst voice acting, and I'm not even kidding. Here, listen, have fun, listen to this shit. It is so horrible. You're just gonna poke your eyes out at how bad this piece of shit sounds.
Listen to yourself. She has nothing to do with this.
Like I said, I don't care. I'll kill her if I feel like it. It doesn't matter to me.
You're going too far. That's not funny anymore, you know.
Are you freaking out, Uru?